Thymesia was a faster-paced version of Dark Souls. Wolong Fallen Dynasty was a faster-paced version of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. And now Lies of P is a faster-paced version of Bloodborne, and also the closest thing we're ever getting to a Bloodborne PC port. Join me to see if this game carries the same charm that FromSoft pioneered.
Of them, call reality.
Lies of P was developed and published by South Korean company NeoWiz. Its story is a darker take on the 1883 Italian novel The Adventures of Pinocchio, set in the Belle Epoque era. You play as Pinocchio, a humanoid puppet that wakes up in an abandoned train station located in the city of Krat. Krat was a once glorious city that thrived due to its puppet industry but now sees itself soaked in blood. Your goal is to travel through Krat and find your creator, Geppetto. One of the biggest features from the game's story is the lying system, drawing more inspiration from its source material. The game will encourage you to lie to everyone around you, with the side quests and even the 3 endings changing depending on how you lie. So far, I feel like if you love the environmental storytelling FromSoft perfected, then you'll love the storytelling here. It borrows the same storytelling mechanics, with most of the writing being delegated to NPC interactions and collectibles, and cutscenes only appearing at moments critical to the plot. Now, for whether the story itself is good or not, I wouldn't know, I wasn't paying attention. But at least the setting is really good. The game really nails the Victorian era it was going for, from the set designs to the character designs and even the soundtrack. In terms of the setting, it looks like it gained some inspiration from Bloodborne, which isn't a bad thing and actually works in the game's favor. Lies of P is a Souls-like that borrows much of its mechanics from Bloodborne and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Pinocchio can use a variety of weapons like swords and axes. He also has a mechanical arm that resembles the shinobi prosthetic from Sekiro. This arm can be loaded with various gadgets like a grappling hook, a flamethrower, and an arm that delivers electric shockwaves. If you want a very direct comparison for me to make, this feels more like Sekiro than any of the other FromSoft games. This game places a focus on your parrying, and perfectly timing enough parries will open the enemy up to a death blow. While that won't kill them, it'll deal some good damage. The Legion arm Pinocchio has is also, again, a lot like Wolf's prosthetic arm. You can exploit certain enemy weaknesses with it and use them to your advantage. However, since it is a Souls-like game, it's incredibly difficult. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it comes with the territory and is the appeal for people like myself, but it can be a turn-off for people, so just keep that in mind. This wouldn't be a problem if not for the fact that I suck at Souls-likes. Like, it literally took me 4 hours to beat King's Flame Fuoco because I forgot about my Legion arm. If you're wondering, this is why it took me so long to make this review when compared to my Mortal Kombat 1 review. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, this is a fun Souls-like. It's very close to most FromSoft titles, so if you want to play something to pass the time until that new Elden Ring DLC comes out, this will probably tickle your fantasy. Really, the biggest problem in the game is dodging and how you have to progress in your skill tree to make it better. I had the pleasure of playing through Lies of P's Summer Game Fest demo, and the performance and optimization was one of the best I've seen this year. While 50GB is big, it's not Mortal Kombat 1 levels of massive. It also isn't extremely demanding, so I'm glad to see it's the same as it was when I played back in June. People have reported multiple problems with the game, and NeoWiz has come out and said they're going to release an update soon that fixes said issues, but I haven't experienced them, probably because I'm on a high-end rig. But the performance from what I've played has been great for me personally. There's really not much for me to say here since there aren't any microtransactions either, just the performance is good. Lies of P is the closest an independent studio has come to matching the style that FromSoft has perfected. While I have made many jokes already about how this is Bloodborne on PC, the game clearly has an identity of its own and cleverly builds on the foundations it borrows to create an unforgettable experience. If Lies of P interests you at all, it's available on PlayStation 4 or 5, Xbox One and Series, and Steam. There are 2 versions of the game available, the Standard Edition and the Digital Deluxe Edition. The Standard Edition costs $60 and comes with the base game. The Digital Deluxe Edition costs $70 and comes with the base game, the Great Venini's signature coat and glasses, and a mask worn by those preparing the festival. NeoWiz has said in a Steam post that they're planning on releasing new content in the future and will show it off when they're ready, so as of now there is nothing new to show, but just know the new content will come.